Welcome to EVE Online, I'm Major Freak. So, modulated deep core miner 2 can be used with crystals other than mercoxic. You wouldn't think so reading the description and knowing about the requirements and realizing, I'm never going to know in a sec, why should I even bother thinking about this? I won't even train the skill. Moving on to barges. There you go. But if you look into it and you train the skill, actually pretty cool. Because you realize, why don't I just try to shove a crystal in there that's other than mercoxic? And sure enough, it works. But without, you're getting 3.4 meters per second, whereas with a miner 2, you can get 5.1. So you're like, okay, so what if I plug in a crystal? So let's start with, this is the first time I've played with the current crystals, and I'm not sure what type of crystal I'm looking at. Maybe I better check my stuff here, just in case. So I've got a type A. Let's see if they're all type A's. I think I only purchased type A's. I think that was I think it was either the ones that were changed at the time. Pretty sure that was it. So they're all type A's. Just to make doubly sure I don't want to screw up and do something else, right? Okay, good. So we'll go through the list. Coherent is for, oops, I have to be careful of that. Okay, so this is for umber, jasper, kernite. Okay, so low sec-ish. Simple should be for, high sec stuff. And this is for like the good stuff. So this is the good stuff. This is the low sec stuff. And this is the high sec stuff. Okay, fair enough. Oh wait, yeah, that's no complex asteroid. This is okay. This is the null sec stuff. Okay, so all right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Got it. Okay, so let's plug them in. So coherent. So 5.1, so exactly the same amount as the miner 2. Which is kind of odd, but it is Crystal Tech 1. Let's try that. There you go. How much are we getting here? 6.2. So how much more above? Oh, yeah. 2 divided by 5.1. 5.1. About 10%. Ooh, nice. Almost 22% more. That's pretty good. Let's pull that. I'm assuming it'll be the same. It'll be 5.1 and then 6.2, right? So let's just try it out. We'll put in simple. Oh wait, doing it wrong. That was for the low sec. This is for the high sec. So I'm assuming the same thing. 5.1, 6.2. I'm assuming this will be the same for all of them. Okay. So it's every 3 minutes, so it's got the same cycle time as a barge. So it's going to take as much damage. Well, I'm assuming that it'll take the same amount of damage potentially as a strip miner. I could be wrong about that, just a side note, but I'm assuming the same. Right. Oh, my skills are max, by the way. Yeah, what does this mean? Yeah, it's just reduces the damage. But as for, you know, mining and astrology, yeah, or it's maxed. Okay, so let's try the common moon mining thing. 5.1. Okay. So, whoa. 6.2, I'm assuming. Okay, so exactly the same. I'm assuming everything. So everything is exactly the same. If Tech 1 is exactly like using the Tech Miner 2, and they use the Tech 2 crystals 20, 22% more, something like that. I suck at memory. So yeah, there you go. That's interesting. I prefer the scope mining. It does 20% less volume, but at 33% more range. I prefer the range over it's the way I play. But yeah, I don't like using modulated strip miners. I don't like using modulated deep core miners, simply because I don't want the hassle of dealing with the crystals. And I'm a goofy guy. I forget to change crystals, and I'll be mining away on something that it's not applicable to. And yeah, I'm just too derpy to do crystals. But yeah, fill your boots on the crystals and know that it is 100% possible to use. And I would suggest you use Tech 2 crystals, otherwise it's a waste of your time for that. And what's the range on these? So that's 11. See, it's less range, right? It's less range, and the cycle time is longer. So that's a bad thing when you're dealing with the small kind of roids that you would use typically with a prospect. Like, if you're going about large stuff, you'd want a barge. And if you're going for small stuff, you'd want something with a short cycle time so you don't lose a cycle or two lost to nothing, right? Because you get the ore when the cycle ends. So if you already got all the ore at the beginning of your cycle and you're just cycling, you're just grinding gears, yeah, it's a bad thing. So I would not recommend modulated deep cores for any kind of expedition frigate mining or venture mining, simply because of the extended time of mining, and that means less efficiency. And that's a bad thing, because you're using these expeditions and the ventures for a very specific reason. That the asteroids you're mining are smaller and can't really be efficiently mined using a barge team, right? That's the reason, right? If it's not, well, fill your boots, go for the modulated deep core miner Tech 2 crystals, and go for that large asteroid that needs expedition and ventures because of stealth, maybe, or maybe hostile action or some other reason. But if you're doing small roids, stick to the Miner Tech 2 or the Gaussian scoped. Alright, guys, and that pretty much covers everything. I'd like to talk about the different crystals and compression and blah blah blah, but I've actually not played with it a lot. Some people say some rumors about missions and how they're coded. You can take advantage of certain crystal types, but I have a doubt. So until I explore that area, and I will take modulated deep core miners along with me on this trip to the mining agents, and I'll let you know. But until then, I'm not going to start speculating on stuff that is most likely a troll, you know? So I try to keep misinformation out what I talk about, unless it's an innocent mistake. And we do make assumptions, but yeah, there's a lot of trash on the forums, that's for sure. Yeah, have a good one.